All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Tuesday morning. May the Lord Jesus bless everybody. May He bless you and your families. I do pray everybody watching and listening is very blessed in Jesus' name, as the Bitcoin price right now is showing a very, very interesting signal right down from this low. This is a make it or break it moment for Bitcoin, guys. This is a make it or break it moment for Bitcoin, and I mean this. I'm not just saying it. I actually mean it. It's going to get crazy today. It's going to get crazy this week, guys. We're going to be strung out on our coffee from our market Cipher B mugs. Make sure to smash up the likes. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click the bell for notifications. I'll add you to my top 8 on MySpace. Alright? Man, hopefully we keep on pumping and we don't end up like that guy with the sock on his head, if you know what I'm saying. Now, the Bitcoin price is down to a very, very important area of support. And I'm in a little bit of a long trade here over on KCEX. Very low fees, link in the description. I'm also long over here on WEEX. Low fees as well, link in the description. We got to give a shout out to the Casper Crew where this is the trade from yesterday that we gave in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. The Casper Crew where we give the setup, tell you if we're taking it, give the setup, tell you if we're taking it, letting you know I haven't longed yet, and then giving the exact entry. That was actually this trade right here, where we give the setup and tell you when we're taking it, where we give the setup and tell you where we're taking it from literally the exact bottom at jasoncaspertrading.com. Now, we got to give a major shout to everybody in the chat. Degen says, did he get rid of the ads yet? No, for your sake, Degen Cipher, I kept the ads because I wanted you to watch them. And I don't even know what kind of ads pop on YouTube anymore because I have YouTube Premium. Shout out to Preparing for War. Shout out to Rick Ragnar. What happened to Antarctica? Still here, guys. Antarctic Exchange is still here. I'm just not logged in at the moment, but I've got 2 long trades popping on Antarctic right now. All right? Antarctic's going to change the name of the game. But here's the thing. When you wake up at 3:30 in the morning, well, when you wake up at 12 at night because an alert went off, and there's a bounce and you pull a fib, and then you wake up again at 3:30 in the morning, sometimes you just have to open up KCEX to take the trade, set your stop loss, and go back to sleep, all right? That's what you got to do. Guys, this was a night trade. I'm usually not a nighttime trader, but when we are at such key support, I almost sleep worse if I don't have my alerts set and my phone on with the Wi-Fi zapping my brain. That's why I'm like this. Look at how sweaty I am. It's because of the Wi-Fi and the 5G frying my brain. It's like a microwave all the time. They're going to make us sick, they say, with the EMF. Oh my goodness. Shout out to IPP Crypto. Shout out to BTC Crypto. He says, I bought the VIP membership 2 days ago and it's not letting you enter the Discord at all. It's not even letting you submit a ticket? That's weird. Did you verify? If you don't verify and agree to the rules, you can't post anything. Make sure to verify and agree to the rules. If it doesn't work, create a new Discord account and join the free Discord and submit a ticket. You don't have to be a premium member to submit a ticket. All right? And then we'll get you all settled out, my bro. Shout out to Crocodile. Shout out to Sergeant Squid. Should you long Bitcoin here? Good entry. It could be a good entry. It could be. It fries your blood-brain barrier. Yeah, it's horrible. We live in a giant microwave, guys. All right? Is client funding a good idea? Tell you want to know about client funding? Well, since you asked, if you know how to trade but you don't have money, check out client funding. Crypto prop firm that runs on Bitget. A very professional platform. You can get a funded account with a 25% discount, link in the description. Instant pro account, no challenge to pass, 15% discount in the description. Is it a good idea? It depends on your context. You have a little bit of money, but you have all these trading skills. You know how to trade, you're so good you could paper trade 1K to $1 million in a day, scalping the 1 second time frame. But you've only ever had $1 of real money to trade. Well, check out client funding. Could be your ticket to the dream life. Being a slave to the charts 24/7. Not being able to sleep. Not eating healthy. Being stressed all the time. Cortisol spiked. Giving up the 9 to 5 for the 24/7. Always on your toes. Never being able to relax. because your level might get hit at any moment. The trading view alerts are imminent. Ah! I got an alert! Where's my phone? It's locked! What's going on? Could be your ticket to that life, man. Shout out to Michael Anthony. Shouldn't PFE be pushing up since Starboard bought 8.5 million shares of Pfizer? I don't know, man. Like, I haven't been following the good old Pfizer lately, you know? Shout out to Kohio Chaser 88. He's talking about some strange... It looks like one of those shill coins that people shill in the comments. Shout out to Retail Ryan. Yo, Retail Ryan! What is going on, bro? Shout out to Jay Smith. It closed above 16.2. Yeah, we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it. This could be... Like, here's the thing. I'm seeing some very, very interesting things on this Bitcoin chart right now. But the price action is not following suit. In fact, I'm a little bit surprised. I'll be honest with you. I was expecting... When I took this trade at 3:30 in the morning and went back to sleep, I was expecting to be much higher by now. All right? I did hit a take profit one, obviously, when we took out this high into the POC of the range, the local range, but I was expecting to be higher, and now we're starting to get a little bit of a rollover. Okay? Whew! Man, we're down to the wire. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to le channel. Alright, let's discuss what's happening. Bitcoin on a very key area of support. Let me fix my hair here, guys. Hang on. Gotta use the sweat for the hair gel. Look at that. I almost look a little bit presentable. People always ask if I was in the military, and I always laugh. Ha! The military? No. 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 I was a professional weed smoker back in the day, playing music. Definitely not the military. Kind of the opposite of that, right? Kind of the opposite. But hey, I don't know. I'll take it. Sometimes I tell them yes. You're in the military? Yeah. Yeah, I was. You know, why not? Now look, Bitcoin's coming down to a very key level, $114,737. Why is this such a key level? Well, as we were saying yesterday, there is a real potential that we are going to print an introverted head and shoulders pattern right here, okay? We make our left shoulder, our right shoulder, our left shoulder. And from here, we could bounce, okay? And potentially make a new high. It's called the introverted head and shoulders because, look, no one pays attention when Bitcoin's dumping. No one cares. No one's interested. There's no YouTube comments, hey, Jason, should I buy Bitcoin now? People are like, hey, Jay, should I sell Bitcoin? Because when you're an introvert, no one cares about you. You have no friends, definitely no girlfriends. You don't get invited to any parties. You can't even eat lunch in the cafeteria with the other boys and girls because everyone bullies you, so you have to eat your lunch in the bathroom stall. Okay? They call you shoes. Because every day the cool kids go into the bathroom and all they see is your shoes under the stall. They're like, hey, shoes! You eating lunch in there again? You're like, But meanwhile, you're working your dang job at McDonald's, making bank, and you're putting all that money into Bitcoins. So when the Head and Shoulders finally breaks out, boom, baby. What used to be an introvert is now the light of the party. Now all those girls who wouldn't date you in high school, they're like, hey, Jay, is it too late for me to buy Bitcoin? Is it too late? Can we still make some money? Is it still going to go up more? Yes, it's too late, 6 Juanita. Yes, it's too late. You're too late. You should have been long meat back here in high school. You should have been long in shoes back in the bathroom stall. But nope, it's too late. All right, so that's why it's called an introverted head and shoulders pattern. But here's the thing. As you can see, this is a key level. We tapped it. We tapped it yesterday, and we got a bounce, and we closed our daily candle just above this blue line, 116.2. Why is this so important? Because yesterday's candle, we came down to the key support, and then we closed the candle back inside the fair value zone. Very key, because the fair value zone, as we know, if we lose the fair value zone to the downside, but we can close the candle back inside, probabilities are highest that we make our way back to the top of the fair value zone, around $120,000 at least. But then what happened last night when Asia opened? Asia said, stupid American, you think you're along the bottom? We show you. They do a stop hunt. Boom! They stop out everybody here. Okay? Now, not only that, but when we take a look here at Market Cipher B, we are seeing things that are getting me more giddy than the schoolgirl. Look at this. As the price is making a lower low into the key support, we are seeing on Market Cipher B the coveted uneven butt cheek pattern. A big juicy momentum wave on the left. A tiny little skinny momentum wave on the right. We put it on the chart. Bam! Look at that. The resemblance is indeed striking. This is called colloquially a bullish divergence. We go to the 24-minute time frame. What do we see? Wow! Look at this. We see butt cheeks upon butt cheeks. Big momentum wave. Money flow getting higher. Skinny momentum wave. All right? Looking just like the Sam Bankman-Fried's uneven man boobs. Man boobs getting higher as the price is getting lower. The money flow coming up. Very bullish. Very bullish. And not only that, but we came down, right? We stopped out everybody from yesterday's low. And look at this. We even got ourselves a little bit of a back test here. From the low to the high, we came down to the Fibonacci 618-786 zone. And now we're making another higher high as we're seeing very juicy bottoms here. All right? We've got the juicy bottoms on the chart. We've got the uneven man breasts here. Very scientific, of course. And all the best scientists use this exact accent when they talk. We don't know why. Here's the thing, when you live across the pond like we do out here in the United States, anyone who talks like this immediately is more credible. They must know what they're talking about. If they've got a UK accent, they probably went to Oxford. Oxford, that's probably where they got their PhD. So they obviously know what they're talking about. Alright, maybe we get a little bit low-class Brit here. Now we don't maybe know what we're talking about anymore. But it's alright. Now we're getting a little bit Aussie here. Crikey, mate. We got the uneven butt cheeks on the chart, mate. Alright, it's looking great, mate. Now, what do we want to see here? Because here's the deal. Why is this make it or break it moment? Because we are in between a rock, which is this previous support at 114.7, and a hard place. The hard place is the value area low of the previous big range. If we can start to make a higher high here, man, oh man, I'm going to be more bullish. I'm going to be more bullish than that time me and Carl from the Moon drove to McDonald's together in his Maserati.
Hello, I would like to get a Big Mac meal.
Because if we can do that, not only are we changing market structure, right? Not only are we changing market structure, but we have officially formed a range below the value area low. We've swept the lows with bullish divergences, and now we're changing market structure, and we're coming back inside the fair value zone of the range, which means the probabilities are that we do come up to 120. So far, let's go over the bullish factors here, because again, we're just stacking the bullish and the bearish factors together, right? That's what we're doing. The bullish factors right now are that we came below the fair value zone, we closed the daily candle back inside. Then Asia opens, stupid American, we stop you out. They stop us out. When they stop us out, what do they leave behind? How do we know it was Asia that did it? Because the uneven butt cheek pattern. All right? Is this an Asian chick? It's ambiguous. It's ambiguous. But, needless to say, we got a stop hunt. Very, very important. A back test of the low stop hunt with the bullish div. All right? And so that's very bullish. So this was bullish. This was bullish. We come back inside here, super bullish. Probability say we come up to 120. Right? Then we pull the fib. We pull the fib from the high to the low. Look at that. Look at that. Our target, at least, is going to be $120,639.60. 102,0639.6. I'm reading it like Joe Biden would read a number, just in case there's any left-leaning people in the house, all right? Because look, here's the thing. You could lean to the left, or you could lean to the right. You could lean to the left, you could lean to the right. You could lean to the left, you could lean to the right. So I want to make sure everyone, we're all about fair share. We're all about equal outcome for everybody. Over here in the Jason, we think everyone should have everything the same. All right, everyone should have everything the same. All right. Some people have a penis, some people don't. Everyone should have it the same. All right, that's just the way it is. I can't believe that people accept men and women being not the same in this society. It makes me sick to my stomach. Now look, what were we talking about over here? Sometimes it gets a little bit hard to remember what in the world is going on. But this is the most serious technical analysis channel you'll ever see in your life, so make sure to subscribe. Click the dang bell. Look at this. We got ourselves a potential big move. Now look at the 4 hour. This is where things really get a little bit juicy for me. All right. Getting a little bit juicy, baby. Now, there is the real potential here that the 4 hour time frame from this low to this low is printing a hidden bullish divergence. A hidden bullish divergence is where the price makes a higher low in an uptrend while the momentum makes a lower low in the same uptrend. And when you see a hidden bullish divergence, you also look for regular bullish divergence. And what do you know? Right now, the 4 hour time frame is in fact printing. Printing will confirm in 3 hours, 43 seconds, and 43 minutes and 54 seconds. A nice, juicy, uneven butt cheek pattern. All right, so we're seeing hidden bull divs, regular bull divs, and from the 4 hour down, it is looking bullish, man. Look, the reason I literally longed Bitcoin half asleep in the middle of the night last night, all right, half asleep in the middle of the night, is because Market Cipher B is looking so bullish. Market Cipher, I trust it. I trust it enough to put money on the line half asleep in bed. I'm so tired. I was tired when I took this trade. All right, I was tired. But look, the market never sleeps, and neither do the cheeks. The market never sleeps, and neither do the cheeks. So that's my bullish case scenario here. Obviously, let's discuss more local. Let's discuss the bearish scenario, okay? Because look, here's the deal. When it comes to trading, we're not here to predict. We're not here to predict. We're here to prepare. We're not here to predict. We're here to prepare. All right? In the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we don't predict. We prepare. All right? You want to make the juicy gains? We give our scenario. We prepare for it. If it happens, then we take action. We give our scenario. If it happens, then we take action, right? Look, yesterday, setup was given for this juicy trade that we took, all right? The setup was given in the VIP live stream. In the moment, I'm telling people, I have not taken the long yet because what I was prepared for hasn't happened yet. As soon as what I prepare for happens, boom, posting my dang entry price in the moment, all right? I didn't know. At 9:58, I didn't know if I was going to take a trade that day. At 10:05, 7 minutes later, I've taken a trade. Why? Because I was prepared, all right? Same with the dang short trade. All right, we're currently also in a short trade right now that was given in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right, we're currently in a short. This short trade was given in real time in the Casper Crew. I let everybody know that I was taking this short trade. Why? Because we were prepared. We weren't predicting anything. So when we're coming to the chart here and we're looking for different things, right? We're preparing for different scenarios that could happen. And right now, I do have to say things are looking bullish, but remember, right now, we have key resistance at the value area low of the range, $116,000. If we pull our local fib from the high to the low, it lines up perfectly with the value area low. And if this is actually going to be bearish, then we're going to reject from here and make another low, okay? This is actually a key area because if we reject from here, this is actually a breakdown. We try to backtest it and we fail, okay? If that happens and we fail, then where are we coming down to? The probabilities say we're going to come down to the bottom of our range between $109,000 and $112,000, where, although some people would be scared and bearish here, I would be ultra dang bullish here because this is going to be a massive backtest of a huge 8-month support resistance flip where we could see our last major swing trade opportunity on Bitcoin to ride it up to 130 plus maybe $1,000 for the big blow off top. Just like the low 70s was our chance to backtest this area here for our last big swing trade. All right, we have another opportunity right now for a major support resistance flip. So if we cannot reclaim that area, then be looking to come down to the lows around 111, 110, 109 for a big juicy swing trade. A BGST. A BGST. Big juicy BGST. Now look, if we come down to that box, look at how B and G this ST could be. We would have bullish divergence on the daily as we come into the box. Wow! I mean, how excited does that get you? You know? You could lean to the left, you could lean to the right. You could lean to the left, you could lean to the right. Got the big old juicy cheek on the left, the skinny one like the waitress at the diner. Hey, Dolores, get over here. This guy needs another cup of coffee. You know, she's got that raspy voice over here. She talks with like a Brooklyn accent. She still smokes inside like it's 1985. Got the short curly hair. Got the veins popping out the neck. She's so skinny, all the nicotine in the veins making them pop out over here. She don't eat nothing because the caffeine and the nicotine suppresses the appetite. Alright? But she sure is a good worker. Because there's one thing for sure. Them people that somehow don't eat nothing, but drink coffee all day and smoke cigarettes, they got endless energy. They could just, it's amazing. They got endless energy, let's be honest. Y'all know them people I'm talking about, like Dolores at the diner. Now look at the price. Coming down to key support. But look at the butt cheeks. This is the daily time frame butt cheeks. Big on the left, skinny on the right. Bam, the price goes up. Alright, that's what we're looking for over here. Now, I want to give one more scenario. Is it scenario or scenario? Scenario or scenario? Tomato, tomato. Potato, potato. Potato, potato. Potato, potato, yeah. Let's go to the 1 hour. I want to give one more scenario here, which is this. Alright, a diamond reversal pattern. A good old-fashioned diamond reversal pattern. What is that? It's where you form a diamond shape like this. We reject, we make another higher low, and then bam, we break out. Alright? So we do have a bullish case here. Let's see what happens when New York opens. You know, New York's gonna open about an hour. An hour 10 maybe. New York's gonna open, you know. Them New York traders. Right now they're going to Dunkin' to get the coffee and the bagels, the carbohydrates. You gotta start the day with the carbs, the carbohydrates, and the cholesterols, the cream cheese. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dawn in the chat. Shout out to Samuel. Nicotine is good. Nothing better than a cloudy brain. Does nicotine give you a cloudy brain? I don't know. The only experience I have with nicotine, which is very little, the occasional cigar here and there. When I was younger, I dabbled with those stupid tobacco pouches that you put in your lip. Right? I haven't done that in like decades. Okay, but I always found nicotine has a very pleasant, mentally stimulating effect, where it makes you have a clear mind, lots of focus, lots of energy. How do I have so much energy every time? Man, the Lord is good. Praise the Lord. You know, He sustains me. But look, how do I have so much energy? I'll tell you. I just have this drive within me. I have this drive within me. I can't explain it, man. I've always had it. I've always had this drive within me to do stuff. All right? I wake up early in the morning. I can't wait to jump out of bed. Drink a giant cup of coffee. Go hit the weights. You know what I'm saying? And then after I hit the weights, I can't wait to put on a weighted vest and walk on the treadmill for hours, sweating, using the sweat as hair gel. People ask how my hair looks so good. It's pure sweat. All right? Sweat from doing heavy barbell back squats, pause reps, doing heavy Smith machine Bulgarian split squats, heavy Romanian deadlifts, glute thrusting, calf raising. You know what I'm saying? Makes you get that sweat. What's the second best entry right now? Well, look, if we're looking for a long trade, I would say this. Our second best entry would honestly be a back test of the value area low. Again, another back test of that value area low, which would also be our local golden pocket right now, right? Basically, come back down, almost take that low out. Would do something like this, or yeah, if we come up a little bit more, then that golden pocket would be up a little bit more. Then we would still look for something similar, something like this, and that would be our next best entry, coming back down to around 115. Around 115. Looks like we could get it. Let's see what New York wants to do. Hey, yo. I don't have the best New York accent, alright? I'm not from New York. I'm just a nerdy white guy from New Jersey suburbs, okay? This is my real accent. Hello, guys! But I have to consciously always work not to talk that way. But sometimes it comes out. Is Bojan Romania? No, he's Chinese. He's Chinese. Bernie says, I do squats upside down, bruv. Easy on the knees. That's for sure, man. Shout out to Bernie, by the way. It's good to see you, man. Bulgarian split squats are underrated. They are amazing. So I do them in a Smith machine, all right? I do them in a dang Smith machine, which I love because you can really target that quadricep. You don't have to worry about balance or stability at all. And you can load it up. Like if you do them with dumbbells, you can only go so heavy. But if you do it in a Smith machine, you can really load it up. We have Flop and Groper in the chat. God bless you, Flop and Groper, man. I love you, bro. Flop and Groper is the man. All right. Crypto Face's brother. He's got his own channel. Check it out. Flop and Groper. Go check it out, guys. One of the most underrated YouTube channels. And that's the way he likes it, too. All right. Flop and Groper likes his channel underrated. He likes to be a diamond in the rough. He doesn't want you to find out about it. So he's a little bit upset that I'm shouting him out. All right. But God bless you, bro. Good to see you. Hack squat and linear leg press addict. Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with the leg press. You know, I'm a really, really tall guy, so it's hard for me to get a good stretch on the quad in the leg press without pressure on my lower back, you know? It's difficult for me to do that, so I have a love-hate relationship with the leg press. But, yeah, he says don't follow me. Shout out to Flopper Grover. Shout out to Vegas Claw. God bless you, man. Shout out to Crypto Plumber. Shout out to Joe Toons. Crow Nico says, please become my exit liquidity. Dumbbell heavy split squats are so nice. I love split squats. I love it. Man, I'll tell you. I think my two favorite leg exercises are split squats and Romanian deadlifts. But there's something about the barbell back squat which I just love. I will never stop doing barbell back squats. You know, I'm a really tall guy. It's hard for me to target my quads with a barbell back squat. Obviously, you know, keeping the torso as upright as possible, leading with the chest. You can target some quad. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, those Bulgarians. That's where it's at. You really want to look. Don't listen to me. I have super skinny legs. Don't listen to me at all. What do I know, honestly? But yeah. Look, they might be skinny, but they're strong, man. They might be skinny, but they're strong. Today was leg day for you. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Can't go wrong with the leg day. Love the hack squat. Yeah, I love the hack squat too, John Ploney. I gotta get me a hack squat in my basement gym. I had to make a choice between leg press and hack squat. I went with the leg press thinking it was a better deal. Who knows, man? Maybe I'll trade out my leg press for a hack squat. Got limited space down there. Maybe I may. You know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. How to join the Discord? Are you talking about the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we give the setup in advance? Yeah, actually, where we give this dang setup in real time. Let you know when we're taking it. Give the setup. Let you know when we're taking it. Tell you when we're taking profits. Tell you when we're adding to the trade. Where we give the setup. Let you know that we've taken it. All that kind of stuff. Where we give the setup, and then literally this one we took it live. Right? Where we give the setup in advance and then let you know when we're taking it. Because it's not a signals group, guys. Alright? Oh, you can join. It's funny you ask. JasonCasperTrading.com and click the link to join the VIP Discord. You know? That's how you could join. What do you know, man? What a great way. What a great segue for me to show my dang paid community. Where I show my dang paid community. We got to go higher. Come on. Shout out to mandatory myocarditis. Yeah, like the chart looks really bullish. I would not be surprised if we get a pump and dump on New York. I mean, the way market cipher looks now, it's really looking bullish, man. Beer doesn't know why I'm ignoring his chat, brother. I'm your big fan. Sorry if I did something bad. No, you didn't do something bad, bro. We got 1,000 people in here, so it's a little bit difficult. But look, God bless you, a beer. Speaking of a beer, look, if you guys want to learn how to trade Bitcoin for free, check out my free trading course. All right, you can learn how to trade anything. This course will teach you how to trade, period, for free on YouTube. And my man Abir designed all the thumbnails himself. Maybe. I mean, he's the one that sent me the thumbnails. For all I know, Abir, someone else did it, but I trust it was you. All right. So shout out to Abir. He made the thumbnails for the videos. And shout out to the free course. Check it out, guys. Totally free. 100% free. Check it out. All right, check it out. Come on, Bitcoin. We're forming this ugly pattern here. And honestly, this is like just a whole bunch of liquidity waiting to get snagged. It would not surprise me if we get a fast drop and then the bounce. I mean, let me just comfort myself once again by looking at good old market Cipher B. Okay. Now we are at the point of control of the range here. That's why we're finding some resistance. Okay. Do I only trade Bitcoin? No, I trade other stuff, but mostly I only leverage trade Bitcoin because it's all I really need to trade, like, honestly. Like, I'm a busy guy, I ain't got time for all those stupid fart coins. Nothing against them, though. Okay, look at this, man. This is bullish money flow, bullish momentum. Check out our 24-minute. Money flow crossing the zero line. Man, we get another trigger wave here. That's going to be looking good, honestly. I feel like that's going to be looking pretty good. Alright, I'm trying to talk myself up. You know, sometimes you gotta really talk yourself up. Do I sniff? Oh man, I love to sniff. I love to sniff lots of things. Smelling is so wonderful. I love to smell. They call me the nose. Do I do neck workouts? No, I've never done a neck workout in my life. Never have. I feel like my neck is pretty big in general. Alright. I feel like, look, I feel like, how many steps do I get a day? I don't know, maybe like 25,000. I feel like if you deadlift heavy, man, your neck's gonna be good. All right, I feel like people that need neck training are either people that just have a very small frame in general. Like I've always been kind of big. I've always had wide shoulders. All right, I don't even work out my delts, guys. I don't work out my delts at all. They're juicy, right? So I've just been wide always. I'm tall, 6'3". All right. So if you're like just a naturally like small person, maybe you got to work your neck. But for me, you know what really I think works my neck is trading. Because when you trade, you're always like flexing your neck. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You know. All right. Do we have a data report today? Even if you OHP, you build your neck. I've done a lot of OHP in my day, man. Let's check out, let's go to good old forexfactory.com. And see if we've got any news today. We've got building permits. It's already happened. And no, just like some random FOMC members speak later. A little bit after New York. Nothing too crazy. Nothing to write home about. But next month we're going to be writing many letters to our mom at home. Because of the good old FOMC. Right? In fact, let's check that out. Let's check that out. What is the... Let's go to the CME Fed Watch, because that's been fluctuating quite a bit here. Man, it's interesting because just a little while ago, it was like 97% of people were expecting a rate cut. Now it's only 83%. 16% expect no rate cut. Man, it is going to be a crazy month next month, guys. I'm telling you, something crazy is going to happen. Something crazy is going to happen. And what's cool is we have a lot of time. We have a whole month until this happens. So, because we have a whole month, right, let's discuss a few scenarios here on the corn. Because I'm not going to lie, okay? Look, I know I came out of the stream super bullish, all right? But, it's hard to be balanced when you have all these market cipher mugs full of coffee. And let me tell you, these are not small mugs, guys, all right? Look at how big they are compared to my face. Look, it covered my whole face, all right? Let's be honest, the high time frames definitely have potential downside here. The daily, the money flow looks nice, but we cannot deny the bearish divergence confirmed. The weekly, we cannot deny the bearish divergences that are forming here. But the money flow does look nice. I fully believe we have another push up here. I don't think the top is in. But that doesn't mean we can't see a drop. All right, last time we had a weekly bear div, we ended up with a 13% drop. So if we get that 13% drop now, that's going to take us right down to around $108,000, right? Exactly our target, right? So look, we have a month until FOMC. Don't be surprised if we see something like a big drop and then we start to bounce and rally into FOMC. And maybe FOMC is the catalyst that gives us our blow off top in September. And then Bitcoin does hit the market cycle top, ranges for a little bit. We hit the top, a little bit of range here, you know, then we start to drop, right? Then altcoins have their day, Bitcoin, this is it, we're so back, right? Oh no, now we're back in the range, just a healthy pullback, then boom, oh my goodness, now we're back down to the bottom of the range. People realize, okay, maybe the bull market's over, how low do we go? This is the bottom, right, but wait a second, this time was different because of BlackRock, and they said it would never be this low again. I'm so done with crypto, what a scam. Then China's gonna ban crypto again. For the 7th time, China's gonna ban, right? But yeah, that could be like our nice scenario. Man, I'm so excited for the bear market. Who's excited for the bear market? Man, I love bear markets. I love bear markets. They're so fun. They're fun because only the real people stay through the bear market. The bull market's full of a whole bunch of fake people coming in trying to scam you. The bear market full of people who actually give a crap about learning and bettering themselves and educating themselves and investing. The real people in the trenches, trading, day trading, in and out, day and night. In the tough times, you know, and we're preparing, we're loading up our Bitcoin. So when we're at these bull market tops, yeah, it's fun and exciting, but we got in at the bottom, baby. Right? We're making our money now. I love bear markets, man. Some of my best memories, some of the best times in my life were back in 2022 in May, when everything went down with where Luna went to zero and all that. Man, I made so much money on this drop here. Whoa. Man, I'm telling you, it was fun. I remember I was at the beach with my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my wife, and I remember just sitting there in the morning drinking a nice cup of coffee out of my Market Cipher mug, and my mother-in-law and my father-in-law come over. Jason, I heard Bitcoin took a big tumble. Are you alright? You doing okay, son? Just chilling out drinking my coffee. I'm like, yeah, this is where I told them there's this thing called shorting. They didn't know what that was. I said, yeah, look, shorting. Look, the price goes down and you can make money. They're like, how's that possible? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. You know? Those are some good times, man. Those were some good times. You know? Anyway, I'm excited to see what this bear market brings, right? What kind of bearish, scary FUD is going to happen this time? You know? It's always a big surprise. It really is. We know it's going to happen, we just don't know what it's going to be, you know? That's when you got into crypto. That's what's up. Blue Mountain Fire says, good luck shorting BTC. Okay. Thanks, man. Do I always take scalp trades or swings? Well, they usually start as a scalp, but then they end up as a swing. You know? That's usually how it starts, as a scalp or a day trade. Then you just hold it. Shout out to Thor. He says, win 300K. Well, Thor, I think you're the one that knows the answer to this question, bro. I think Saturday at 1 p.m. Saturday at 1 p.m., 300K. Trying to time the initial drop leading to the bear market. It's tough, right? That's the thing. That's why you just got to take the trades as they come and then hold them, just in case. A fast wick to 112 is very probable. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Especially how slow this bounce is acting. Like, let's be honest here, guys. When Market Cipher B looks this bullish, and this is all we can get, it's not looking very strong, man. I'm going to be real. Yeah, I'm excited because the bullishness. I trust market, Cipher. I do. Would not surprise me at all if market opens and bam, right? That would not surprise me at all. But at the same time, when you have such bullish signs, and at least this crap, it's usually not the best. I mean, prime example. Look at this bull div on the hour. It took us all this time just to do this, and then boom, right? And then yesterday, same deal, right? Yesterday, you know, we launched the Casper Crew. Took this long trade live, not live, but in real time yesterday. I gave that setup. I let everyone know when I was entering that trade. All right. Obviously, got stopped out after take profit 1. Right. So it was a winning trade, but I was expecting maybe we could get a little bit more here. But that bounce took a long creep up and then boom! And we're seeing this pattern, and this is a bearish pattern. All right? When the divergences are bullish and the output of the price action can't change market structure, and you have these long, painful trades where you're in a long trade for weeks, feels like months, right? And then you just give it all back and way more in a quick... Look at this. It literally took us... But this is a confirmed bullish div. It took us a day, almost 2 days, to pump up 1.4%. And then literally in 3 hours, we're dumping down 2.5%. All right, this is not very strong. It is probable, like I said, that we come down to the bottom of the range. If, look, that's why, look, I'm talking out both sides of my mouth, but this is really the make it or break it box here. Because this box, this is the historic support. All right, support, resistance, breakout. This is the make it or break it. If we lose this box, it's going to be a bad move down. If we can reclaim this box right now, this is very bullish because of the bullish divergences here and the change of market structure that we will have here. Back inside the fair value zone, then I'm going to be targeting 120 value area high golden pocket. All right, 120. The GP, guys. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Sergeant Squid says we're going bullish, baby. Look, I'm just going to stay in my trades and see what the market can give me. See what the market can give me. That's all you can do. That's all you can really do as a trader. Give us a discount on VIP. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, all right? I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to never give it to you gay. The VIP is so cheap. You have Discord groups out there charging you $300 a month or more. So they can give you a chart every day that they marked up themselves, all right? This is $65 a month. You have me, you have Boyan, you have Thor, you have White Phoenix. We're streaming 3 to 4 times a day. We have the beginner section with the journey, teaching new traders how to be consistent, trading spot, building discipline. We have a free beginner's course in there. All right. The amount of value that's available in that Discord is amazing. And for the price, it's already on a discount. All right. People have been telling me for a long time I should up the prices. All right. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty dang cheap. All things considered. All right. You got 3 instructors. They're giving you their trading plans for multiple markets, not just crypto, futures, traditional markets, indices, Forex. All right. It's a plethora of resources in there. All right. It's pretty dang cheap, honestly. Is this my first cycle? Yeah, and look at the results, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna need some post-cycle therapy for this one, guys, honestly. $65, that's $2 a day. That's $2 a day, man. Y'all probably spend more than that on your dang Starbucks. Right? Or Dunkin' Donuts, or whatever you people drink. I don't know. I don't drink that stuff. I only drink my own Market Cipher brand coffee. Alright? Can we check Ethereum? Yeah, we can check Ethereum. Okay. Ethereum in a steady downtrend here. And honestly, this looks like a corrective move. This really does look like a corrective move. After a big impulse to the upside. This looks like a falling wedge type pattern here. I mean, I would say this for ETH. The next target that I would look for if we get another drop would basically be to take these lows here. If we can take these lows with some bullish div, that'd be really bullish. Just take the liquidity. We have all these lows right here around 41.51. We would have some really bullish looking divergences there on the 1 hour. We could potentially have some really nice bullish divs there on the 4 hour. But really, the mother of all support resistance flips is going to be the $4,000 level, right? The $4,000 value area high, this white line right here. We've also got a Fibonacci golden pocket. I think that's going to be the place where we really look for our back test, right? That would be a really juicy place to get in long on Ethereum. Yeah. So here's something to just keep in mind here. Let's remove all this stuff. The most bullish scenario would really be a slow, painful grind down. A slow, painful grind. Maybe we backtest. Oh man, can you imagine a backtest of this? Here's a really bullish scenario for ETH that involves more of a pullback, alright? Coming down to backtest our $2,800 to $3,000 golden pocket. With a hidden bullish divergence on the daily. So it would have to be a slow, grindy move down that allows our daily momentum wave to come really low. And if we see that, that would be really bullish. Alright, this is a more... In order for this to happen, in my opinion, we would need to see basically Bitcoin being center stage, breaking out again into September, and then Bitcoin starting to pull back and seeing alts take the center stage again, right? For this kind of scenario to happen here. That's what we would need to see. That's what we would need to see, honestly. When do I think a bear market is starting? Well, the bear market typically starts 500 days after the halving. Alright? Usually about 500 days after the halving. So the halving was in April 2024. And so that's going to put us at about September, October. That's when the bear market will probably start. Everything lines up with this FOMC. Alright, can you imagine how bullish the rate cut sentiment would be? And then it's just to sell the news. And we go straight back to zero. Yeah, I think the bear market begins in the fall. Or I would say the winter. But it's not going to seem like a bear market at first. Alright? I mean, remember how they all are. Right? This one, when was the halving? Was I think it was July 2020. Yeah, 500 days. Look at this. Yeah, it's not going to feel like a bear market at first because remember, we had our altcoin season here, and you know, we're still trading in this range for a long time. Like, you know, this whole like section of price action here, you know, from the all-time high, it doesn't feel like a bear market until we lose that support. You know, that's like basically we've got like 100 days of there still being hope, right? So it's not going to feel like a bear market right away. It doesn't feel like a bear market until like we start to lose weekly support. So yeah, it's still going to feel like the bull market, and there's going to be a lot of hype and euphoria even when the top is in. People are going to be waiting for that next big push. Buy the dip, bro. You know? But that's what I think. Look, could I be wrong? Yes. Is it different this time? Yeah. Why is it different this time? Because for the first time ever, we hit a new all-time high before the halving. All right? Bitcoin made a new all-time high in March 2024 because of the ETF. We saw money coming into Bitcoin like we never had before. BlackRock has co-opted Bitcoin. All right? This time could be different. You got a lot of people saying we're never going to see the 70% pullbacks again. Maybe they're right. Like, who knows? I'm kind of a big fan of the trend is your friend until the end of the trend. And so until we get a cycle where there's not a 70% pullback, I'm going to have to lean toward there still being a 70% pullback. And if Bitcoin comes up to around 100, let's say 145, a 70% pullback, that's going to take us down to the 40s. Okay? Now, look at this. Let's look at Bitcoin throughout all history, okay? And just understand that every single bear market, it's been the same. We rally up and then we get a dip down into the Fibonacci 786886 level. Happened in 2011, happened in 2015, happened in 2018, happened in 2022. If we come up to around a $150 Bitcoin, guess what? That's going to be in the low 40s. Right? So everything kind of lines up with our bear market bottom being around the low 40s. Now, is this time different? Maybe. And this will be the first time in Bitcoin history that we don't come back to tap that 786 level. And look, I'm open for it being different. I would love if we don't get 70% pullbacks. In a sense, at least my spot portfolio would always have me feeling good. At least I'd always be able to walk around with confidence, not feeling like a loser all the time. You know, walking around like a loser, people laughing at you. I heard you're into Bitcoin. You know? Shout out to Divine Hood. He says, bro. Shout out to you, bro. We do have bull divs, but that money flow is very bearish, and that really overpowers. You're right, Divine Hood. So it's a make it or break it moment here. So there's two ways to look at the money flow. Way number one is this. Remember, when we're in a very bullish trend, the purple money flow is our support, right? And as we are seeing this overall, the purple money flow, every time it dips into the purple, is getting higher and higher. So there's a real chance here that the money flow coming to the zero line is our support again, okay? So I understand the bearishness of the money flow, but also when I look at the bigger picture, I can make the case for this being bullish money flow at support. Now, the only thing that's keeping me bullish about this chart is like the 4-hour bull divs, the 1-hour bull divs, all that kind of stuff. The potential 12-hour trigger wave here. And again, we're looking for a move up to 120-ish. And I'm still open for something like this. I'm still open for something like this, right? But in the short term, I think there is possible. It's possible if we can reclaim value area low and make a local higher high above 116.5-ish, that I think it becomes most probable. If we can do that, that we get the move up to 120. So right now, like if you're not long or you're looking for a long, there's two ways you could do it. One, you could look for something low time frame in the box. Two, you could look for something like this, right? That support resistance back test here and long it up to 120. Then at 120, we do need to be looking for a short back down to the bottom of the range, because that is not only the value area high, but it's also our Fibonacci golden pocket up there. But yeah, I feel you, Divine Hood. But you can make a low time frame case right now for a move up to at least 120. But it depends on what happens in this box. All right. By the way, guys, if you're not subscribed to Divine Hood, go subscribe to Divine Hood Trading on YouTube. Go subscribe to Divine Hood Trading. an excellent channel. He live streams. I don't know if it's daily, but he definitely is worth the subscription. All right. Yeah. Let me just make sure this is the right channel here. Did you change your YouTube thumbnail, bro? Yeah. Yeah, he did. All right, guys. Go check him out here. Divine Hood Trading. Make sure to give him a sub, all right? You're not going to regret it. Yeah, other countries didn't have Bitcoin reserves. Yeah, I know. Like, there's a lot of things that are different this time, and I'm not going to deny the differences. All I'm going to say is, since I've been in crypto, the "this is different" mantra has always been there, okay? And guess what? It's never been different. So, and I'm going to have to wait. I want to see a different cycle before I really believe it can be different now, all right? Also, you have to think to yourself, if governments are stacking crypto and the whole market is literally manipulated, it's not even a secret that the whole entire monetary system is a giant Ponzi scheme to steal wealth from people and concentrate it in a very small group of elite people. That's literally what our monetary system is. Why would it be shocking to you that now that traditional finance and these same scumbags who've been stealing from you with their fiat dollars, now that they've literally co-opted Bitcoin to a point where they can control the price with the amount that they hold? Why would it surprise you if they dump Bitcoin so they could get more of it cheap while you get wrecked? I mean, that's literally the name of the game, right? They pump the market artificially. They make a whole bunch of money, then they dump the market artificially so that they can take the money they made and buy up stuff cheaper. The little guy gets wrecked, and the big guy gets more wealth. Why would it surprise you in any way, shape, or form if they do the same thing now? I mean, Bitcoin is not what Bitcoin was supposed to be. You go back to 2016, the crypto space was full of anarchists, people who hated the government, people who hated central banks, people who would vomit at the idea of BlackRock getting involved with Bitcoin and governments getting involved with Bitcoin, honestly. And now the crypto space celebrates the merge of traditional finance and crypto because all we care about is money. And I'm not going to say I'm better than that. I'm the same way. Yeah, I'm happy the government's doing it because, yeah, I'm in crypto for money, honestly. I don't believe we're ever going to be able to destroy the central banks through crypto. I just don't believe that. All right. Do you know who's really going to destroy the corrupt merchants of the world and the corrupt traders? The Lord, when he comes back. Go read Revelation. Go read about the destruction of Babylon. It's the merchants, the people that are making money with their merchandise, screwing over the poor people. That's one of the main people the Lord's upset with when he comes back, right? I don't think this is a game that man can win. So yeah, for me right now, I'm here to make money, you know? But it would not surprise me if the same system that gets you bullish, making you feel secure about your investment, just to rug pull you so that they can buy up all the stuff that you stole in a loss, doesn't do the same dang thing with crypto. That would not surprise me at all, man. That would not surprise me at all. But, shout out to Joe Potter in the house, man. No way, King Sock. You were in the Patmos cave where John wrote Revelation. That's very cool, man. What time frame am I on? Right now, this is the hourly. I don't like how slow and low this is going here. But, we'll see what happens. Make sure to smash up the likes, guys. Make sure to smash up the likes. The likes, as we say in my language. Los likes. Alright. Man, I hope we get a big old pump. Nice, you're doing Revelation 14 tomorrow at church? Nice, man. Look, if you ever want to do a deep study on the destruction of Babylon, read Isaiah 13 and 14, Jeremiah 50 and 51, and Revelation 17 and 18. Shout out to Ashley Gates. Well, since everyone got dumb questions, so last stream, Michael Daylight was on the chat, and then you looked at your phone. I need to know, is he paying everyone off? I think Trump needs to get at him. Conspiracy theories. Michael Daylight? Or do you mean to say Michael Saylor? Nah, no one's paying me off. Ashley Gates. Oh, Sailor. Yeah, that's so funny. Okay, nah, I promise you he's not, alright? That's what I have to say, though. I'm sworn to secrecy. Non-disclosure agreement. Alright. Alright, guys. I've got to head out. May the Lord bless you. In Jesus' name. I do pray you guys are all super blessed. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Thank you for clicking the bell for notifications. Thank you for friending me on MySpace. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.